Welcome to Jenkins and Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It's Monday, August 9th, and we've got a ton of great stuff to talk about today. As always, Jenkins and Jonez, hosted by my good friends, LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, Bubbas?
Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, how's it good?
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike. I always try and tee up whichever one of you looks less prepared to talk into the microphone, and John looked like he was looking for his keys just then. So
I was looking for my phone, and I was like, "What am I supposed to say right now?" Like that probably happens 7 out of 10 times you hit me, so it makes sense.
You're supposed to say the word "hi."
Right. That's it. Hey. That's it.
Let's talk about some Olympic basketball stuff up top. The USA men's basketball team prevailed against Rudy Gogurt and the nation of France. Tyler, I know that you do not put on a red, white, and blue shirt when you're watching the Olympics, but you had to have been hoping that Kevin Durant beat fucking Rudy Gogurt. Yes.
I told you that was what I really wanted was Luka busting our ass, so we couldn't get that. So it was just like, okay, we cannot fucking lose to Rudy. And we didn't. We didn't fucking lose to Rudy. And that's all that fucking matters for these Olympics. Because they had me a bit shook in the motherfucking exhibition games when goddamn Rudy whooped our ass that one time. I was like, boy, do not let Rudy get a gold on us. And he didn't. He got that motherfucking silver, and order has been restored. And I am happy for one. I do not feel patriotic about it, but anybody but fucking Rudy. That's where I'm at.
He managed to ruin what we actually wanted, though. He still got his little, Gogurt hands in it and ruined what we wanted, which was the Luka matchup. But we thought of the French as like a road bump, on the way to Luka versus USA. I did not think they were going to win. I genuinely thought they were going to be trash. You know what I mean? Like, there were some moments, I think, was it against Australia, and they were like down 10.5, and like, dude, Katie had to bring them back a couple times from like double-digit deficits. You know what I mean? Good for them. I saw them drunk on the bus after the game. It was fun. So, yay, basketball, USA team.
With the Lobos in the cup. Yeah. One thing I did think was, like, I greatly enjoyed Kevin Durant and Draymond Green on IG Live after the game. And I'm in favor at this point of just replacing press conferences with, like, athletes on IG Live.
Drunk.
Just, like, talking shit.
Talking shit.
That's just much better. But one thing I did think is silly is, like, for all of the, like, everyone doubted us or whatever, it's just like, you did lose. I mean, like, people were right to be like, to be like, they lost.
Were 0-2. Like, they started off losing. They were losers. You know what I mean? Starting off. Why would we be surprised if you lost again? You know what I mean? Like, and they were losing in a lot of those games in the first half, like, whatever. But anyway, good for them. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about the real dynasty in USA basketball. The USA women's basketball team beat Japan in one of the more, I love watching. I'm a pro blowout person, like, when it comes to a team that I'm rooting for. You know what I mean? And did you see the clip, or you might have seen the screen grab from it, of Diana Taurasi holding the ball just straight up in the air, and the defender is like trying to lock her up, but she just literally she has the most "I'm playing my little sibling" smile on her face imaginable. It was like the perfect image for USA women's basketball against the rest of the world.
Zero chance. I mean, that's. That girl had zero, that woman had zero chance of doing anything against the fucking GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody had a chance of beating them. You know what I mean? They haven't lost since 92 for a reason. They're the most dominant franchise possibly in history. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Tyler, are you going to miss race walking now that the Olympics are over?
That is the most stupid fucking event, and I love it so much, and I'm gonna miss it. Those motherfucking hips be swiveling, bro. That motherfucking the last heat where that shit was coming down to the wire, and that motherfucker was goddamn. And I was like, yes, I was so invested in seeing that hip swiveling motherfucker cross the finish line first. And one of them motherfuckers was cheating, bro. It felt like he had shifted from speed walking to slow jogging. And the announcers called him on that shit. And I was like, yeah, bro, you can't be doing that. They got to go heel toe down, not toe heel first, like you jogging, bro. We know the rules to this shit, man. That dude needs to come under investigation, and he might possibly need to ban from the 2000 and motherfucking 24 Olympics, because I did not like the disrespect of the speed walking game and the unwritten rules of speed walking that man violated when the medal was on the line.
Fucking diehards know we're not casuals for Olympic race walking. We have the rule book open. We know the fucking deal.
Yeah. How long y'all been watching this shit, dog?
Not toe heel.
How long y'all been watching this shit? Y'all been tapping in every year since fucking 2004 or whatever the fuck? Like,
I feel like this is just like the second Olympics it's in, I think.
Oh, for real?
I feel like it's fairly new. Second or third Olympics for it, I think. But it's just so fucking silly, and I love it, bro. They need a
documentary on it. I would watch a documentary on that. I want to see how they train. How the fuck do you train for speed walking? You know what I mean?
You just eat a lot of tacos.
And they're walking...
and you drop yourself in a forest very
and
far away from a toilet.
Of a 630 mile, which is
Wait.
Yeah.
What? That's how fast. Okay.
Yeah, they're walking at the speed. That's how fast the gold medal dude won. He walked a 630 mile, basically.
Okay, so he's walking faster than most people can jog a mile.
Yes,
like
he's walking faster than 98% of people can do a mile. Yeah.
Wow. This is actually very interesting when you break it down in that way. You know what I mean? And then the heel toe.
The two rules are, if I'm correct, Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong. You got to go heel toe, and you can't have both feet off the ground at the same time.
I shall. Correct. Yep, that's it. And that motherfucker was toe heel. That jogging motherfucker. I didn't like that shit. We saw you, doggy. You on 4K.
Big brother's always watching, nigga. You know what I mean? As in Tyler, you know what I mean? Always got his eye on that shit. I might tap in next year. We'll see.
It's 3 years from now. You will have for sure forgotten.
You know what I mean? Y'all remind me. Y'all will remind me. Y'all talk about it.
The ones from, I always love the Olympics because you get the biggest sports and the weirdest sports. So I always watch curling in the winter, and I always watch race walking in the summer, because it's just like these people train probably just as hard as Kevin Durant or LeBron James. Like, this is their world, is like to win an Olympic gold medal in race walking. And I love human beings being nerdy about weird shit, which is basically what the Olympics are. Like, rhythmic gymnastics is my life. Like, synchronized swimming, I live and breathe it. Like,
synchronized swimming is fucking hypnotic, bro. I cannot believe that many people work on the same accord underwater at that. That shit is phenomenal, bro.
They low key might be like the strongest athletes at the, like, you know what I mean? Because you look at the shit, like they're doing the core strength to do all that wiggly shit with your legs while you're upside down in water is like, right. I don't,
like, what the fuck?
I do not understand that shit at all. Anyway, that's a wrap on the Olympics. USA finished, I think, literally like the last event. The USA women's volleyball team won a gold to break the tie with China to put USA at the top of the medal count and the gold medal count. But let's talk about the real hot sporting event of the summer.
1 second. I'm looking at a race walking training.
Yeah.
5K, 4K, 3K, 1K at the end at a 20K race like speed.
Yep.
So they like, that's a lot. What the fuck?
That's what's great about the Olympics, bro. Like, these people, like, no matter what weird sport you do, these people have dedicated as much of their life to it as the most elite, like, basketball or baseball or football players. It's like, just a sport that no one else in the world knows about.
Race walkers have 8-packs, bro. That's insane to me. And then there's a warm up and a cool down afterwards. Like, that's a track workout, bro. Like a long distance track workout. That's crazy.
Go outside and start a workout on whatever phone you have, and then walk as fast as you can following the rules we did. And I bet you're walking at like a 12-minute pace. Oh. You know what I mean?
at the peak, at the fastest, You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's when I hit sport mode. I'm in motherfucking 12 minutes. You know what I mean? Mile. Like, that's crazy. That's wild.
All right. With the Olympics out of the way, we can talk about the only thing anyone really wants to talk about in the summer, which is a tampering investigation by the National Basketball Association. Going to be really in depth. I'm sure all kinds of really groundbreaking punishments are going to be levied. Tyler, why do we go through with this like fucking charade about tampering?
Bro, motherfucker, look, fucking free agency starts and motherfucker signed literally 1 minute after free agency, and we're supposed to think tampering doesn't exist. Like, of course tampering exists, and who gives a fuck? Like, look, motherfuckers are gonna talk to you star players. Star players are gonna figure out where the fuck they want to go, and ain't shit you can do about it. If you don't like it, man, become a place where motherfuckers want to tamper to get to you at. That's it. Like, it's only motherfuckers bringing this shit down on Miami, on the Heat. Yeah, motherfuckers like playing for the Heat. They got a great coach, and it's fucking Miami, and there's a good squad there. Of course, motherfuckers are gonna be like, yeah, get me to Miami, dog. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that shit, man. I don't understand why you just want to act like motherfuckers are just not going to talk. Like people are going to be in the group chat and be like, hey, where you plan on going next season? Whoa, bro. According to section 1.0, the -238 of the of the players playbook that we got, we cannot have this conversation. Nobody's going to fucking do that, bro. Fuck that shit, man.
How do you prevent that shit? Like, how do you prevent it? Is there a way to? I mean, these people have known each other since like fucking high school. You know what I mean? They're like legit friends. Like,
only way you can prevent it is saying that GMs and, you know, the suits can't talk to the dudes. But that, like, Pat Riley's going to talk to whoever the fuck he wants to talk to, bro. You know, he's going to be down there and warm up, shaking hands and telling them, hey, we got a spot for you if you want to come here next. Like, you can't do shit about that either, bro. You know?
I mean, does Pat Riley calling you make you want to go there more than like Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, my friends wanting me to come would be what really moves me anyway, and you can't prevent that shit. So,
well, I actually think there aren't any actual rules about players talking to each other because of that. Like, because of it's impossible. Like, that's why Bron's
didn't
never
Bron
gotten
get hit with it though. Didn't he get? There was some talk about Bron was tampering.
He got hit with that shit at the All-Star game.
Yeah,
right?
He got hit with
like,
that shit.
The shit he said about AD, I think. Yeah.
Well,
I guess
but
you can't say it
public.
Maybe.
You can't publicly recruit people, but there's no rule that says Bron can't call Chris Paul and say the real estate in LA is crazy right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, the GMs too, though, I mean, they didn't like go to high school together or play on all-star teams, but the GMs are just as chummy, like as they have to be. Like that's their job, is to, especially in the NBA, your job is to turn decent basketball players into cap space. Like that's you know what I mean? So like they all know each other. They're all talking all the time. There's no way to prevent that shit, man. It's just, it's silly. I think Tyler I.am said, he's like, someone's about to lose a 72nd protected pick. Shit's fucking goofy, man. Anyway. I love tampering season. That's my favorite. That's my favorite shit. You say like 3:01 p.m. like 19 deals happen. It's like, wow, the phones were really lit up at 3:00.
I appreciate you using chummy too. I haven't heard chummy in a long time.
I try and give you one thesaurus word a show, John, just to keep you interested.
Thank you.
Okay, here I've got a hypothetical quandary for you.
Yes. Keep me interested.
The other thing, it's the season 4 is we have done everything we can to make life as complicated as possible for elite seniors in high school who play basketball. And you guys know I covered Peyton Watson last year, who was going through this similar kind of a negotiation and thought process, but Shadon Sharp is one of the top players in the class of 2022. He is one of the players who is trying to make the decision between graduating high school and going to Kansas or Kentucky, or signing with the G League select team and starting his professional basketball career. And my question to you guys is, what would you do? Like, what would your pick be if you were a 12th grader looking at those two options?
Did you want to go first, Tyler?
Yeah, I'll go first. 12th grade me, I would want the whole big man on college experience because for one, we've got the situations where now you can get paid off your likeness for one. And for two, I would have been taking that bag from them boosters anyway, bro. I'd have been good. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been racked up, having the college experience. I don't think 17-year-old me would have found living in, South Dakota with a bunch of 32-year-olds very appealing when I could be the most famous fucking guy at a fucking 30,000 people at university. You know what I mean? I would have definitely went the college round. Like I said, I'd have took all them bags that came with that.
I mean, it depends on how different the bag is. You know what I mean? Like, but dude, at 17, like obviously the money would have moved me the most, but my ideal situation, like Tyler was saying, I would want to be on a college campus with people my age. I want to kick it, do dumb shit, have a lot of fun. I watched too many fucking college movies to skip that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I've been looking forward to that shit for way too long. So, I mean, if the bag is like exponentially bigger in the fucking in the G League, which I don't think it is. I think these teams have more than enough money to make make it similar to what they would be getting if they were to go pro. So I think I would go to college. College just seemed like more fun. Like, y'all know, I'm here for the fucking fun, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple complicating things. Tyler mentioned it. The name, image, likeness changes it significantly because now if you're Zion, you could have signed your Nike deal before you walked onto Duke's campus. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to do because that to me was always the argument in favor of going to Europe or doing the G League or something is, what if your leg falls off while you're in college and you would have had a 9-figure endorsement deal, right? I mean, that's just like the fucking nightmare scenario. But the complicating thing in the other direction is, it's not like the elite dudes don't really get a college experience. They're basically there for one semester of college. And then in March, you know what I mean? They're doing draft workouts like the minute the season ends. So I agree with you guys because I think the life of a punishing, like being a professional athlete sucks. You know what I mean? Especially like there's the money about it is nice and everything. But like for an 18-year-old kid to go from you're living at home with your parents to like you said, congratulations, basketball is your job. It's 12 hours a day. You're living with people you don't know, whatever else. I'd go the college route too. But I do think that the name, image, likeness was the best thing. Getting out of the way of itself was the best thing the NCAA could have done because they made that easier on elite kids. You know what I mean? It's not so stacked against earning money legally. But I'm with Tyler too. Like, you vacate whatever you want after I leave here. Like, give me the fucking money under the table. We're good to go, bro.
Every fucking time. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna tell my mom
you want to give me. Bro.
We can't afford for you to fly out and see me because I'm trying to really follow the rules for the University of Maryland. Like,
yeah, fuck that. Fuck everything about that.
Are there any legal, is there anything legal that you have to deal with if you were to take that money other than just like, Reggie Bush not having his Heisman, you know what I mean? Like
which money? You're saying like
if you're taking
10
money
years
from
ago.
boosters, is there any like legal, repercussions? You know what I'm saying?
It depends, but largely no. I mean, if you're participating in fraud or money laundering or something as a way of getting the money.
Hey, I'm just taking the money.
Right. No, 100%.
I'm not, I'm not being used to clean it up. You feel me? Like,
no, but for the most part, you're taking the money from people who are wealthy enough to be outside of the judicial system, right? I mean, there were no boosters went to jail for Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, no, I can't really think of a time. The FBI investigation into the some of the sneaker stuff in college was potentially, people were looking at charges over that. But that's different than, hey, I own a car dealership. I'll give you $100,000 signing bonus if you come play football here. You know what I mean?
Or you had a good game. You know what I mean? Here's a nice little gift.
You just have to make sure that you can only receive X amount as a gift from another person to where it's not taxed. So I would think that would be the only legal liability is you'd have to basically take it as cash or make sure that it went into a couple of different places so that you don't have to answer questions on where did this $100,000 come from. You know what I mean?
Giving that money to my mom, dog, because all that is. and the one thing you don't want to fuck with the government is their money. You know what I mean? That's the one thing they gonna get your ass over. You know what I mean? It's like on some tax shit. You feel me? I'm not playing with that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, fuck what's it, the Heisman? Fuck all of that shit. You can have all that shit. Nigga,
I think they're going to have to give Reggie his Heisman back too, bro.
I mean, come on, dog. Dude,
I think the pressure's up on that.
But think about how much money that man was losing and how much money. And he was he not the most, I mean, to me, he was more popular than most athletes on the fucking planet at that time period. You
absolutely.
Know what
I mean, I was in Southern California, so he was basically the president of, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he was the guy in Southern California, including across pro sports. He was so big, it was crazy. He was losing it. He would have been making fucking bank off the name, image, likeness shit.
He was the guy to me in Alabama, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucking Madison, Alabama. Like, nigga, you ain't never heard of that motherfucking place before. And he was the guy to me in that motherfucker. You feel me? Like, yo, like, he was, how much, I mean, like you said, he would have been banking. So it's ridiculous for them to expect him not to in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, and what he got, the money he got probably is nothing compared to what he would have made. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here.
Especially in Southern California. You know what I mean? Right. It's just that like, we're not talking about a car dealership. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're
he's not a corn husker. He was a fucking USC Trojan. You know what I mean? He'd have racked the fuck up, bro. Yeah.
With all due respect, absolutely.
With all due respect, I don't give a fuck about the
how you take it. It's reality, nigga.
We're gonna get some angry Nebraska fucking tweets. We always do. No matter who we send a shot at, we're always gonna get some. Hey man, this is fucking. You know. This is fucking Nebraska checking in.
This is corn country.
That shit you said.
And we don't appreciate you. You're not allowed in Nebraska, bitch. Thank you.
Topeka, Kansas checking in. We're on your ass after that shit you said last episode, buddy.
Good luck finding me in Topeka, motherfucker.
Good ever come here.
Right. Don't ever come. We'll never see you in Indiana. Good. That means I'm making great decisions.
Iowa ever again.
Ever again. Don't step foot. Bitch, where is Iowa, nigga? Where are you, nigga? Please help me, nigga. I haven't said Iowa since 11th grade, my nigga. Like, that's the last time I said Iowa, nigga. Fuck you, me.
Social studies
ass state. Give a fuck about Iowa, bitch.
Des Moines on our ass with the goddamn E's and S's in their names that don't even work right. What the fuck? That shit is Des Moines. Des Moines.
This is America. That's Des Moines.
Des Moines. If we call Detroit and not Detroit, why the fuck are we still calling it? Why the fuck are we still calling it Des Moines and not Des Moines? These are the questions we need to have. We just gonna shit on France this whole episode too, you know. Fuck them too. But
in St. Louis, we got a street called like Chateau. We call that motherfucker Shoto, nigga. We in St. Louis, bitch. Give a fuck about a trois, nigga. That motherfucker Shoto, nigga. Fuck you thought, nigga.
In Long Beach, we have a lot of like Spanish names of shit because of obviously the history of Southern California. But people are not interested in that, bro, and particularly black people. It has been it's not Juanapero, it's Junipero. And
if you come in there saying that shit, they like, what you talking about?
Well, the best is always, and this is a running joke in my family, is we have a high school on the west side called Cabrillo, named after Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. And to white people and Hispanic people, it's Cabrillo, but to black people, it's Cabrillo.
Oh, it got the two L's that make the
yes, it is, but like with always a heavy emphasis on the brill, bro. He's like, oh, he's over there at Cabrillo.
Hey, did you see that meme? Pork the core. Have you seen that fucking meme? Yeah, bro. I like your accent. I'm gonna go pork the core. That fucking meme is hilarious though. But I heard a nigga in St. Louis straight up say quesadilla, and I don't go that far. I don't go that far. But we was in line and that nigga asked for, can I get a quesadilla? And I'm like, damn, nigga. We worked at a college, bro. I'm like, motherfucker, like, quesadilla.
All right. Speaking of Detroit, we're going to do our Booger Boy of the Week. And John probably missed this because this was maybe the ultimate summer Twitter story, but I cannot get enough of this shit, which is there was a dude in Detroit who was apparently just at an intersection with a sign saying, I have these abandoned puppies that I need to give away. So he's giving them away to everyone. He gives out 10, 11, 12 of these puppies, whatever. And over the course of the next couple weeks, John, it becomes obvious that he was not actually giving out puppies. He was giving out baby hyenas.
Listen.
Nigga, you looked at a baby hyena and thought that was a puppy? What
They thought it was a German Shepherd from what the lady said.
Where do you get baby hyenas, nigga? Them shit's
Well,
just
John,
like
when
human
a
size.
daddy hyena and a mommy hyena love each other very much.
But where did they love each other very much? In the United States? In Detroit, nigga?
In Detroit.
In Detroit? Them niggas was hyenas fucking in Detroit, nigga? Like, that is wild.
I'm going to tell you what scared the fuck out of me with this story is that the lady said what made her think this wasn't a German Shepherd was that it was jumping real high. And that is frightening. I did not know hyenas were fucking jumpers. I'd be scared as fuck if I had a puppy that I thought was a German Shepherd and that motherfucker's jumping 3 feet high in the air. Like, I would think that motherfucker's like possessed or some shit, bro. I would be shook.
That's a hyena. That motherfucker might have been 6 feet in the air, dog.
Yeah, right? That motherfucker might have been clearing me and shit.
Might have been looking at you and you shit like,
and she posted the video and the fucking hyena puppy is making hyena noises. I'm like, how the fuck did you get this far without hearing that fucking evil ass laugh? You know what I mean? And not know this is a hyena.
You didn't watch Lion King, nigga? What's wrong with you?
Well, the different stories have been surfacing because multiple people accepted these hyena puppies. So the stories have been circulating of how people found out. One woman found out at the vet. She took the dog in, she took the hyena in to get it like chipped or spayed or like whatever. And the vet was like, this is a hyena.
Bro, somebody gonna keep their hyena though. One of them motherfuckers is like, this a hyena. This is my hyena, nigga.
The woman who's on the news is fighting to keep her hyena. There's apparently no law in Michigan against hyenas. They're not like under the exotic pet stipulation or whatever. So she's fighting to keep something that's probably going to kill her in about 2 or 3 years. So
have you seen how big hyenas are?
Huge, bro.
Their their heads are fucking enormous, bro. Like I think they have the strongest jaws in the animal kingdom.
Strongest bite in the animal kingdom.
You know what I mean? Like, dog, you are a snack, my nigga. I don't know why people don't realize if a cat is over like 80 pounds, you're food. Mm-hmm. You become prey. Cat, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, dog, they don't give a fuck about you. That is wild.
I'm trying to find the picture because one woman posted that the only way she could get her puppy to calm down was by letting it bite her finger. That it was like, it was just like, it was just like hanging off of her finger.
Do you guys want to guess the size of a full-grown hyena?
Okay, I'm going
to guess that's the length of it, like how long it is from head to tail, and the weight.
I'm going to guess. Go ahead, Tyler.
I'd say from head to tail, I'd say 6 feet. Weight, I'd say 110.
I'm going to go shorter and heavier. I'm going to go 4.5 feet, but like 200 pounds.
No, I think that from head to tail, it's probably. Well, do they have long tails or is it a shorter, stubby tail?
Yeah.
I would if it's a long tail, I would say closer to 6 feet, but I think the weight is probably closer to 200 or something. Like 200, 220, something like that. Okay. The motherfucker's big.
There's obviously different types of hyenas, but according to Google, it says hyenas weigh between 90 and 170 pounds, and they measure 37 to 59 inches in length. So you guys are pretty close.
59, that's about 5 feet.
Yeah,
right?
it's like 6 feet.
6 feet. No, 72 is 6 feet.
Oh yeah, 5 feet.
Yeah, so 5 feet.
We got that math on the pod. Keep that shit in, Jackson. Keep that shit in, Jackson.
It's
about 5 foot 140 is about on average what you gonna get with a hyena.
It's not a German Shepherd.
Not at all. I said 220, nigga. I must have. I remember that. You know, like I think it's like Nigeria and Ghana, like one of the countries, like a West African country. They have like those like these dudes that have like walk around with hyenas.
Yeah, I've
like
seen
in
those
chains and
with-
shit. And they
yeah.
like, it's a thing. And them motherfuckers look enormous compared to humans. I was shocked at the size of them when I saw one. Like, I'm like, you just really sit next to this motherfucker? Nigga, I would.
You had
I
an
would-
out of body experience. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, if I saw one of them just like on the street, nigga, I'm talking about like I'm hitting pitches that niggas ain't thinking.
Well, think
I'm
about
up out of there, dog.
think about 5 feet long and 140 pounds with 0% body fat. That's basically what it is. It's
Yeah.
like a Floyd Mayweather walking around as an animal.
And a head twice as big as mine. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, with the strongest jaws I could even imagine. Nigga, bro, that's a monster. You feel me?
Thank you to the city of Detroit.
The calmness.
We appreciate you. This story really, I was delighted by this story. I'm just picturing the moment at the vet where the vet is looking at you like, is this a prank? Like,
I mean, when is the last time that vet has seen never a hyena? Never. It's like. I wonder if the vet was like, this isn't, I don't know what the fuck this is, but this ain't no fucking German Shepherd. You know what I mean? We're going to have to do a little Googling. You feel me?
All right. We're going to wrap the show up with a new segment. And this is a story that we're discussing often enough that I've made the executive decision. It needs its own segment. The segment is titled The Warm, Bittersweet Smell of Clean Caucasian.
We gotta talk about the sentence. My favorite sentence in literature ever. I tweeted that shit I read that book late and tweeted that fucking sentence out. Like, this is the best sentence I've ever read. It's from
To Kill a Mockingbird, but it was not originally about Caucasians. But at this point,
bittersweet smell of me, clean Negro. That's how she's described church.
God damn.
Damn.
It is not how anyone is going to be describing Hollywood sets in the near future, because it is at this point, once a week, we are finding out that a famous actor does not believe that bathing is... Actually, it's not even that they don't believe bathing is necessary. They seem to believe that it's bad for you. But this week, it was Jake Gyllenhaal who basically said he believes that bathing robs you of your natural oils that clean you, which is that's kind of what they've all been saying, bro.
Yeah.
What is he playing? What is he playing, Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, he was Mysterio in the last Spider-Man, if you've seen that.
I'm gonna just look the nigga up, bro.
Yeah, you'll know his face if you see him, bro. He's a fucking A-lister. Trying to think, what is Jake Gyllenhaal's defining role? That's a good fucking question.
He's been in some shit. He's a very...
Oh, yeah, I know this nigga.
Yeah, everybody knows him.
Oh, yeah. Wow, he doesn't look like a dude that, like, he's a handsome guy. Like, that's interesting.
So here's my question. Do we think that... My theory was this is like a snake oil salesman who's going around selling like the natural oils method and like, you know what I mean? Hosting dinner parties, like convincing Courtney Cox or whoever the fuck to let him host a dinner party at her mansion where he's like selling people on his method. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory about or some pseudoscience about these natural oils. Or I did see a conspiracy theory from a friend of mine who said that he believes celebrities are being used to prepare us for when water rationing comes and we're only allowed to shower once a week. So what do we think is behind this, man? Like, why is this just wreaking havoc on white Hollywood?
Bro, these motherfuckers seen all that eat the rich shit that's booming right now. They're like, don't eat me, I'm disgusting. Like I feel like that's my theory right now. But I
smell like shit.
I smell like a fucking
I am not delectable, my nigga.
Not eat me. Yes. But I don't get it, bro. Did you see the shit Brad Pitt that Jake Gyllenhaal said? Like Brad Pitt radicalized them basically to not bathe. Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
where he said Brad Pitt came up to him, they were filming some shit, and he's like, "Whoa, dude, you're reeking right now. baby wipes, man. Baby wipes are your friend. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Brad Pitt might be on the cleanliness side, but then we go a little deeper and he's like, listen, bro, I got 2 kids, right? 2 newborns right now. I get pissed on all day. I don't have time for a shower. Isn't that the reason to take a shower, motherfucker? Right? You getting pissed on all day and just rolling with it, motherfucker? You are disgusting. Everybody in Hollywood is fucking disgusting.
Is there a human on this planet that could persuade you to live that big musty life?
Absolutely not.
Bro, absolutely. I mean, like, dude, Rihanna could say, I prefer a musty man. I'm like, oh, man, I ain't the one for you, my man. You know, you are perfect, but I just can't do it. You know what I mean?
Brad Pitt said when it came to bathing himself or his kids, baby wipes on the armpits is all you needed. That's what he said. That's what he told Jake Gyllenhaal.
Disgusting.
Bro, I think these motherfuckers just rich and bored. Rich and boredom. Like, you just so fucking rich. You're so privileged. You don't have to live a particular way. You know what I mean? Like, dog, it's like that. I think that's the only way that you just are super comfortable being dumb musty is when everybody know this nigga stupid, paid, and successful. You feel me? Like, dog, nigga.
Even then, why would you want to, like...
Because you're bored, bro. Like, you'll never understand it.
But if you're bored, you don't want to smell like, I don't understand the part where they're good with smelling like that to themselves. They're
the part challenging themselves. Let's make it interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
maybe it'll be harder for me to, you know what I mean? They're challenging. It's too easy, this life shit. If you a white, rich man, white, rich movie star, nigga, life would be way too easy.
So
you know what I mean?
They're just putting it on Madden.
Right. They're putting that motherfucker on all Madden, nigga. Let's try it. They've been playing a motherfucker rookie way too long, dog. They tired of drubbing niggas by fucking 60. You know what I mean? Shit. They bored, dog. There's no way. Bro, there's no way I'll ever get to that point. You know what I mean? I'll never understand. We'll never understand that because we don't make that much money, dog. You don't see rich niggas doing that shit because they still niggas. They still got to, you know what I mean? They still played it on a decently hard level, even though they rich, nigga. We're never bored, motherfucker. We in America. You know what I mean? Shit, but damn, dog.
I will say on days where I'm bored and I don't have shit to do, like my shower is the highlight of my fucking day, though. You know what I mean? Like, after I shower on a boring ass day, I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? You know what I mean? So I've never been that bored, bro. It's really, I love on days when you don't have shit to do. Yes, I love fucking shower time on days when I don't have shit to do, bro. That's the fucking best.
No, bro. I don't know. I mean, my brain always on some weird shit, nigga. I'll be in mid-conversation and rather be like, I lost you, haven't I? I'm like, what you were saying was interesting. It's not your fault. It's my fault. My brain took me way over here, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm never super fucking bored. Never enough to where the fucking... And Tyler, I know your brain taking you wild ass places, nigga. You go to Wikipedia and hit random. You are a different type of nigga. You know, how are you ever bored, dog? I would never be bored.
Don't be shit to do sometimes. Like, being bored is cool. It's not something that gets me down. It's like, bro, I don't have shit to do, and this is
But you cool. Always have your brain. It has to be a playground in that motherfucker, dog. I be in there on the monkey bars daily, nigga. You couldn't get me out that bitch. You know, your mom trying to get you out the balls and be like, leave me alone. I'm hiding the motherfucker. No, bro. I be deep into that motherfucker, dog. You tripping.
All right, that was the warm, bittersweet smell of clean Caucasian, and that is all the time we've got on this episode of Jenkins and Jones. We'll be back on Thursday. Thanks for fucking with us. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.